Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 38, and today we are going to look into the nth child filter, which is pretty interesting and a little bit tricky. If you understand this, then in future you won't be having any problem whatsoever. So we are in the nth child page, okay, and it's an obvious thing that you might have downloaded the jQuery from the jquery.com, and then you might have referenced the jQuery right here, and you might have written some jQuery code. Okay, so let's talk about the nth child filter. So nth child filter means, again, it's a child, but n means it is giving you a flexibility that you can pick the number of a child. Let's say you want to pick a first child, so you will pass the index as 1 over here. You can pass the index as 2, whatever index you have in your mind you can pass. Also you can play around with even, odd, and the formula. So basically we have seen the first child, we have seen the last child. So nth child gives you a facility using which, based on the index, you can choose an element, right? So again, we are looking at the child, and if you look at this markup, okay, I'm gonna fix this thing first. If we are looking at this markup, you can see, we have div tag, all right, and we have 2 paragraphs each, and we have no problem at present. 2h2 tag, again 2p2 tag. So I'm saying now that I want to look at the paragraph, and the paragraph should have child at position number 1. All right, so if I start from the top, I can see these 2 are out. Why they are out? Because we are looking at the p tag. Then jQuery will look at this element, and jQuery might say, okay, this is interesting, but the position I'm expecting is 1. This guy is at position 3. So reject, again reject, again reject. But when it looks at this element, it looks at the p tag, and it says, okay, this p tag is the first element which is right beneath the div tag. So this is a good one. So it satisfies this formula. So let's select this guy. The same way it goes for the paragraph 2 and paragraph 4. So we are pretty happy, and we are pretty sure that our selection is gonna work pretty well. So let's see. Okay, so this is pretty good. Okay, and there's one more thing to remember. I might have said in past that indexing always begins with 0 in jQuery, which is correct, and 90% of the time. But when you are dealing with the nth child, the indexing always starts with 1. So that is the reason why, if you look at, over here, I have mentioned the first child. So that's why it is picking up, paragraph 0, paragraph 2. Let's have a look at rhythm. Yeah. So you're getting my point, right? Okay. So in past you might remember that I've been using the EQ, selector, and using the 0, so it selects, the first element, right? So you're getting my point, right? Okay. So now what if I come here and if I make a mess like this, BR like this, Control S, and we know that we are expecting the speed to be at first position, right? So this is not going to work. We are definitely going to lose the paragraph tag too. So let's see. Okay, so we have lost the paragraph 2. Okay, but this is again a problem, and we need to solve. Then we can also play, even and odd as per our need. So let's preview in browser. All right, so you have the proper results, even. Okay, about odd and this problem, I give you a homework that why this is not working. Okay, so again, we want this to work because we know ideally this is the first element. This p tag is the first element appearing in the div tag as a paragraph. Apart from that, we have this gibberish tag, which has, I don't know why this is appearing, but sometimes we get a situation like that. So in order to solve this problem, we go with nth-of-type, right? So that is in the next video. So let's see where we are. So we are done with the nth child. Nth-of-type is next. So I hope to see you there. So thank you for listening. Good night and take care.